Hi guys, I hope you're doing fine. If you remember right, in the last session, we had the first step of RTM trading, which was finding a solid king. And now on this session, you're going to go through the second step, which is uh, break of the previous king. So for the start, and uh, don't worry, we're gonna have a tons of examples, so there is nothing to worry about. So for the first step, we had something like that, right? Let me uh, find a good example, like here. We only needed to find a king, which it held the price very good. So it was the first step, if you remember right. Let's go to another example, which is here, like this one. As you can see, there is a king here which held the price. Let me zoom in, which held the price, and it made a new high. So this king, it must be so important for us. So let's go for another example. Maybe here. As you can see, it held the price and it made a new low. You see, it still is lower than the previous one. But what is exactly the second step? So the second step is to take the break of the last kink, and it's just like a sensory feel, and you need to feel if it's working or not. Uh, I'm gonna show you an example. For example, here, as you can see, we had a kink, and I'm gonna take the break, and it should be here, right? And as you can see, this one played a king like a rule for us, and it held the price very good, and it made a new high for us. So we can be sure that the first step was right. The first assumption that we had here, which was the first step, the first king, now we can be sure that the first king, it was the right king. Or we can say it was FL, or flag limit. If you are in advanced level for RTM, you might know what is FL. That's exactly flag limit. So as you can see, I took this one, and in the return, I took the break, and it worked. So the first one that I took, it was right. It was the right king. It was the FL. So let's make another example. And the most important part here is that from the break of this king, you can enter a position. You can actually use this king and its break for entering a position. That's the most important part, because right now it's valid because it came from a break of a king, and that king, it was a FL for us. It was flag limit. So let's make another example. For example, here we have another king. As you can see, it held the price, but it didn't make a new low or high. It doesn't matter. What it matters is the return of the king, which it will be here. Let me erase this one. So as you can see, the king in return, it held the price. So right now we can be sure that the break of this king that I'm showing you is gonna work for the new position. Let's make another example. By the way, we have to find a false example. Let me see. No, it's not. We have to find another example which is false. Let me see. No, it's not a good example because in return this king it held the price. So it's not a good example. Let's go for another one. For example, here I'm gonna take this one, and in return we have this king, right? First it's minor, and then become major. So I'm gonna take this one, and as you can see, there is no touch here, right? And here, when the price came over and into the king, it passed all the kings and it broke it, right? As you can see, it's not inside the box, it's out of the box, right? So it didn't work, right? So the first assumption here for us is not true. So this king is not FL. That's not gonna work. So taking the return here and go through the swap zones, that's not gonna work. Uh, we cannot enter a position just by using the previous key, which is here. Because the first assumption was false. It's not FL, it's not a good key. It's not a solid key. So let's make another example. And that will be all for today. I have to take this one to make sure if it's right or not. So let's take this one. And in return, I'm just gonna take the whole candle and let's see. So it's right. Yeah, it held, but it's not that good compared to the whole scale that we have here. So this one that we took, it's not a good cake. It's not solid. So in return, we are not going to use this king for taking swaps and entering the position. So that will be all for today. I hope you find it helpful, and I see you next week, I guess.